Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you are in the world, welcome to episode 15 of our Signature FX Technical Analysis series. This episode was produced on the 17th of June 2018 and is all about Bitcoin. Please note that this is not financial advice. Make sure to conduct your own technical analysis and/or seek your own independent financial advisor before investing. Our episode 15 quote was written by an anonymous source, and it goes like this. Remind yourself that you don't have to do what everyone else is doing. We're going to jump right into the charts. So without further ado, it's our pleasure to present to you our episode 15 technical analysis on Bitcoin. All right, let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart. This is the BTC USD chart, and we've been tracking this for quite some time. Those of you who are familiar with Signature FX know myself, Marley Holiday, and Andrew Ibrahim have been quite keen to keep a close eye on this Bitcoin movement. Back in our episode 14 video, which if you haven't watched, please take a look. We'll have a link up here in the top right, and also a link in the description. Please do have a look if you haven't already seen our previous videos on Bitcoin. We were looking at a drop down, this was about a month ago, down into this 7,000 range. We thought Bitcoin was overpriced at the time, and we were expecting the price to drop down. And sure enough, what happens? Yeah, we were right. And I'm not afraid to say that we got this pretty well spot on. However, what we were not expecting was a break through this line here. We did enter what we called our Project Bermuda. And with our Project Bermuda being entered, which was a great opportunity for us to purchase another 5% of our total account value in Bitcoin at $7,000. Project Bermuda, we had been waiting to trigger Project Bermuda from months and months ago, and finally we were able to purchase another 5%. However, price has kind of gone down a little further than we anticipated, which is not necessarily a bad thing because it means that the sale is still on and the price is still low. I just had a conversation with Andrew Ibrahim of Signature FX, and we discussed the overall macro view is that when we were looking at the 20,000 price of Bitcoin, that was when a lot of newcomer traders, what we call Joe Publics or newbie traders, were starting to buy, remortgaging their houses, just throwing everything into Bitcoin. And what we're seeing now is a return to normalcy, a little bit of a consolidation, a little bit of a realizing, look, maybe 20,000 was a little bit overpriced. And it's at these prices that the whales and the institutional investors and a lot of the savvy day traders, probably like yourselves, are looking at places to purchase the price to purchase more Bitcoin, purchase prices in this kind of range. So the support side of this asymmetrical triangle here has garnered a lot of support from buyers. So we're still very much thinking that this line is going to prove very useful in the next few weeks and months. What we're expecting is for potentially a nice little move up higher here to test this support. Once this support was broken fairly convincingly, it technically could become resistance, but because we're long-term bullish on Bitcoin, we're seeing maybe a very, very insignificant move lower just to try and shake off a few more buyers who are not that serious about holding on to Bitcoin. And then what we're looking at is a price move to go considerably higher from off of this. I think a lot of people are probably wondering, why aren't we thinking that this top end of the asymmetrical triangle is going to cause any resistance to the downside? But we think that because we've had a break of this bottom line of this asymmetrical triangle, that that is going to be essentially a false breakout, and will reverse in the next few days, possibly next few week or two, into a uptrend that we're looking to try and capitalize on. So what we were saying in the interim is a move higher first, just to kind of attract some buyers into this market, and then another little down here, and then from that point is when we're expecting to see a resumption of the uptrend. So it's a little bit confusing here. So maybe a better word to use is a bit of a zigzag underneath this line until we see a clean break through it, and that's when we're looking for a resumption of the bullish trend. Let's have a look at the other chart, and maybe this can bring a little bit more context into our analysis. This was the chart that we used way back when we first started looking at Bitcoin and went into detail about Fibonacci levels and things like that. Once again, if you haven't watched those videos, highly recommend that you do take an opportunity to check those out. We have the asymmetrical triangle in here. This was Project Afro, which was triggered back in March. And then we had Project Bermuda, which was just triggered a few weeks ago. And now we have, this is Project Crypto, down at $5,000. So these two, the green box and the yellow box, were both triggered at $7,000. So just putting this back into context, we are going to leave our Project Crypto because we want an insurance policy just in case, for whatever reason, prices do go lower. We had that 5% purchase of Bitcoin at $5,000. We have entered Project Bermuda and Project Afro. We still have our stop loss down here just in case everything goes completely haywire. Always have a stop loss in place. Based off of the Fibonacci here, we are currently coming down towards this 15,631 level. The key level, I think, for us to try and get back up to is the 88.6, which is coming in at $7,245. It's going to, I guess, just take a bit of time for us to kind of gauge where we're going to be. I mean, you can kind of see here where prices have gone. This bottom line of the asymmetrical triangle, I think, is key. Just to tie in the quote at the beginning of this video, we feel as though a lot of people are getting scared. A lot of inexperienced traders, a lot of people who are just getting into the markets, a lot of people who are new to investing, who purchased Bitcoin at $10,000. And I did have a conversation with Andrew Ibrahim about this. A lot of people who bought Bitcoin at $10,000 are now looking at their account balances and saying, okay, hold up a minute. I bought at 10,000. Now the price is 6,500. Is it time for me to get out? And I think a lot of those people are going to decide in the end to run for the hills and to make a judgment call to get out of the markets because they would rather have half of their account than not have any money at all. And I think that's a good opportunity for those who are patient and who are, as a quote so rightly puts it, those who are willing to do things that are different from the majority, who will be able to see it out, see it through, and patiently wait for prices to continue or reverse and then continue higher in the long run. That's our view, and we're going to stick with it. In our next video, please make sure you check it out. We're going to have a lot more detailed information for you. We're still working on the content for our website, and we're also working on content for Signature FX overall. So thank you for your attention on this, and hopefully this video was helpful. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video and don't forget to subscribe. Click the bell symbol next to the subscribe button to receive alerts when we post new videos. Please take a moment to write us a comment, share this video with family and friends, and also follow us on social media. All of our social media links are conveniently provided for you in the description. With that, we are so grateful for your time and attention, and until next time, happy trading.